Good morning, friends. Welcome to all of you in the amazing Steno channel. Today, the dictations dictated with Progressive Magazine, published on 24th of October 2019. So get ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start. It is estimated that railway infrastructure would need an investment of 50 lakh crores between 2018 to 2030, given that the capital expenditure outlays of the railways are around 1.5 to 1.6 lakh crores per annum. Completing even all sanctioned projects would take decades. It is therefore proposed to use public private partnership to unleash faster development and completion of tracks, rolling stock manufacturing, and delivery of passenger freight services. To take connectivity infrastructure to the next level, we will build on the successful model in ensuring power connectivity. One nation, one grid that has ensured power availability to states the affordable rates. I propose to make available a blueprint this year for developing gas grids, water grids, highways, and regional airports. The recommendations of the high level empowered committee on retirement of old and inefficient plants and addressing low utilization of gas plant capacity due to paucity of natural gas will also be taken up for implementation now. Our government launched Ujjwal Discom Assurance Yojana in 2015, aimed at financial and operational turnaround of Discoms. Government is examining the performance of the scheme and it will be further improved. We will work with the state governments to remove barriers like cross subsidy, surcharges, undesirable duties on open access sales or captive generation for industrial and other bulk power consumers. Besides these structural reforms, considerable reforms are needed in tariff policy. A package of power sector tariff and structural reforms would soon be announced. It is proposed that several reform measures would be taken up to promote rental housing. Current rental laws are archaic as they do not address the relationship between the lessor and the lessee realistically and fairly. A model tenancy law will also be finalized and circulated to the states. Large public infrastructure can be built on land parcels held by central ministries and central public sector enterprises all across the country. Through innovative instruments such as joint development and concession, public infrastructure and affordable housing will be taken up for ease of access to credit for MSMEs. Government has introduced providing of loans up to 1 crore for MSMEs within 59 minutes through a dedicated online portal. Under the interest subvention scheme for MSMEs, 350 crore has been allocated for financial year 2019-20 for 2% interest subvention for all GST registered MSMEs on fresh or incremental loans. Government payments to suppliers and contractors are a major source of cash flow, especially to SMEs and MSMEs. Investment in MSMEs will receive a big boost if these delays in payment are eliminated. Government will create a payment platform for MSMEs to enable filling of bills and payment thereof on the platform itself. Encouraged by the overwhelming response, the Government of India has decided to extend the pension benefit to about 3 crore retail traders and small shopkeepers whose annual turnover is less than 1.5 crore under a new scheme, namely Pradhan Mantri Karam Yogi Mandhan scheme. Enrollment into the scheme will be kept simple, requiring only Aadhaar and a bank account, and rest will be on self declaration. We recognize that investment driven growth requires access to low cost capital. It is estimated that India requires investments averaging 20 lakh crores every year. A number of measures are proposed to enhance the sources of capital for infrastructure financing. 1. A credit guarantee enhancement corporation, for which regulations have been notified by the RBI, will be set up in 2019-20. 2. An action plan to deepen the market for long term bonds, including for deepening markets for corporate bond repos, credit default swaps, etc., with a specific focus on infrastructure sector, will be put in place. 3. It is proposed to permit investments made by FIIs, FPIs in debt securities issued by infrastructure debt fund non-bank finance companies to be transferred or sold to any domestic investor within the specified lock-in period. Corporate debt markets are crucial for infrastructure sector, given the need to further deepen bond markets. A number of measures are proposed to be taken up. 1. To deepen the corporate tri-party repo market in corporate debt securities, government will work with regulators RBI to enable stock exchanges to allow AA rated bonds as collaterals. 2. User friendliness of trading platforms for corporate bonds will be reviewed, including issues arising out of capping of international securities identification number. It is right time to consider increasing minimum public shareholding in the listed companies. I have asked SEBI to consider raising the current threshold of 25% to 35% as a key source of capital to the Indian economy. It is important to ensure a harmonized and hassle free investment experience for foreign portfolio investors. Hence, it is proposed to rationalize and streamline the existing know your customer norms for FPIs to make it more investor friendly without compromising the integrity of cross border capital flows. This shall increase foreign inflows in the stock market of the counter latter. Thank you. Jai Hind.